All right, so long awaited. This video, and you guys make sure that you get yourself a snack, something to drink, because this video is going to run about 25 minutes in total. Before I start the actual showing of the trades, let me just break down what you're about to see. So this is the Quotex platform. This is the new platform that I've been actually testing out for close to 4 or 5 months. And I did an introduction video giving a basic comparison between this platform and Nadex. So make sure that you check that out. Of course, trade at your own risk, and you need to fully understand the risks that are associated with trading in general and specifically with this particular platform. So what you're about to see is me starting the account that I'm trading with $300. The ending balance is over $1,000. Okay. Now you're going to see that for one trade, there may be more than one entry for that particular trade. What I call it is a trade cycle, because this is based on the money management that I developed. This is also going to be explained to you in detail when you actually get into training for this particular platform. The money management that I'm using allows for multiple entries during the trade cycle. So even if it took more than one entry to earn the profit for that cycle, it's as if it was the first trade. Okay, so my money management allows for that. So ultimately, when you're watching the video, when you see a trade, the trade is based on the net profit, and there may be multiple entries for that particular trade. All right, so don't be thrown off when you see more than one entry. It's when the trade closes in profit, that's the trade that ends the cycle. Okay, so that's the trade that, or the entry, I should say, that completes that trade cycle. All right. So, like I said, just, sit back, pay attention, and this will give you an idea of the way that I'm trading on the platform, what I'm doing specifically, and also how I was able to take a $300 starting balance and bring it up to over $1,000. I believe that this was done in, I want to say 39 trades, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I don't even remember, but we're about to watch and see. All right, so y'all sit tight. Okay, so this is trade number one. So you can see the starting account balance, $300. I'm clicking into the trade now. This is for a sell position. Y'all got to bear with me because I don't remember what the outcome of each of the entries were. So some of them, went on the first try, like that one won on the first try. So we're moving now into trade number two. This one looks like it also won on the first entry. Here's trade number three for sell. This one also looks like it won on the first entry. Trade number four. And basically with the money management that I'm using, that one also won on the first entry. This is trade number five. With the money management that I'm using, see on this particular one, this is the second entry. And let me see what this one did. This one had a third entry. and we collected on the third entry. So that was trade number 5. Here's trade number 6. What I was mentioning was the money management that I'm using allows for multiple entries because regardless of how good your timing is in these markets, there's a possibility that the market just may not do what you're expecting it to do on the first try. Or I should say the first time out. Most of the time it does, based on the way that we're looking at the behavior of the market. That was trade number 6. Looks like trade number 6 had 2 entries. And here's trade number 7. So the majority of the time we're able to collect on the first entry. And you just have to be prepared to enter more than one time. Now, my money management is aggressive also. Let me mention that. This is why I mentioned earlier in the video, to trade at your own risk. I have everything laid out in the training. That was trade number 7, by the way. This is trade number 8. Now, looks like it's going to be more than one entry. The way that my money management is set up is pretty aggressive, relatively speaking. And you need to be prepared to enter more than once. Not only that, you just have to be prepared to be aggressive when you're trading using my style. So, of course, everyone that's already familiar with TeamAlliance training, that was trade number 8. This is trade number 9. Everyone already familiar with TeamAlliance training understands, that we train on mindset because you just have to be able to develop the patience and the discipline that you need when you're trading. That was trade number 9. And you can see the balance now is up to, I think we're up to about 430 in 9 trades. This is trade number 10 here. So, with TeamAlliance, we focus on mindset. We focus on patience and discipline and developing that aspect of our mindsets because you just have to have the right mindset to be able to deal with the market, period. You have to be able to have a clear mind when you have to not react, but you have to respond to what the market's doing at the time. Just like I've been saying so far. That was trade number 10, by the way. This is trade number 11. The market at the time, it may not do what you're expecting it to do the first time out. It might do it on the next candle. And I'm looking at this as candles because basically what I've developed has to do with understanding the behavior of the market as it manifests through the candles. Okay? The candles are telling us everything that we need to know about the behavior, period. This is trade number 11. I think that this one, this one, I think I ended up taking 3 entries. This is the third entry here. And this one is going to close in profit. So that was trade number 11. So right here on trade number 11, you can see the balance is at 458. So we went from 300 to 450 in 11 trades. And at that mark, we increased the amount of the trades. So I'm not sure if you guys were paying attention, but initially the amount that we start off with was $17. And then we start off with 25 once we hit the 450 mark. So this is all stuff that I have already developed. It's already built into, the spreadsheet that I have created, and it's built into the money management that I'm using. So when you come into training, all of this will be broken down and explained to you in detail. Also, and I believe that I said this in the intro also, the introduction video. Make sure that you check that out if you haven't already. But I'm going to be including in the training live calls. So there's going to be a conference call that you can dial into. And when you dial into the conference call, you can actually hear me call out the entries in real time, because when you're looking through the trade room, there's a delay. And that was trade number 13 right there. Here's trade number 14. There's a delay. And I'm not even sure how long the delay is, but the delay is long enough for you to not be able to actually capture what it is that I'm doing in real time. So you're behind me. So it might be 10, 15 seconds, even 20 seconds. I'm not sure exactly how long it is, but there is a delay. So you'll be able to see what I'm doing on the screen, but there's going to be a delay for that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to also incorporate a live conference call. So you'll be able to dial in and you'll be able to hear me as I'm doing it. So you can follow along on your chart and on your platform in real time. That was trade number 14. This is trade number 15. So, it's just something that I've added on kind of like as a bonus. I know that I don't have to do that, but I am going to do that at least for now. At least for now. I'm not sure exactly how long I'll do that for, but for now, I am going to incorporate that. That was trade number 15. This is trade number 16 here. I think on this one, I missed the actual recording of the trade. That's why I'm drawing a box around the candle that the trade was on. So that's what you guys see me doing here. So this was trade number 16. And I believe that I did that on one entry, if I'm not mistaken. I believe so. So you can see the balance now was at 552. So this is trade number 17 here. So what I was saying about the live conference call, you'll be able to call in and you can actually listen as I'm talking through what it is that I'm looking at in the market. And I'm also doing, live training simultaneously that way as well. So with this service, that was trade number 17. So we're going into trade number 18 now. With this service, there's a lot of value. Like there's a tremendous amount of value that's actually going to be there for you to develop the skill. So the live conference call is not just about, having live calls or me giving you signals. I understand that that's how some people kind of will see it and you'll use it as such. I understand. A lot of you are used to that. You're used to signals and you're used to someone telling you when to get in, etc. But I'm not just going to be doing that. I'm going to be actually teaching you what it is that I'm doing, because it doesn't make sense for you to follow what I'm doing if you don't know why I'm doing it. And I talk about this all the time. I've been talking about this, as it pertains to the training that I do now on Nadex, for years now. This is trade number 19, by the way. So, it's very important that when you sign up for this training, that you understand that you're learning the skill set. You're not just following along with the trades that I'm taking. You're learning how to understand why I'm actually even taking the trade at the time. And that's more important than me just giving you, the calls and telling you what to do. And I'm really not telling you what to do. I'm telling you more so what I'm doing. And you can follow along with what I'm doing, and you can do it in real time through the conference call. That was trade number 21 right there. So there's tremendous value, that is power packed into this training, and you guys can take advantage of all of it. One of the other things that I'm going to be doing is for existing TA members. So in other words, for those of you who are already in TA training on the Nadex platform, for anyone who's already in TA training, there's going to be a huge discount for access to this training as well. I'm kind of going to reward everyone, that has been training with me to learn the skill that we use on Nadex. And all it is market skill. I'm really doing, something very similar on this platform. The only differences are that on this particular platform, as you can see, you basically create the strike price, because wherever you click in at is where the actual strike price will be. And that's basically what the market needs to either remain below or above based on, the direction of the trade that you selected. So that's one of the major differences, which I also talk about in the introduction video. One of the major differences on this platform. So this platform is very powerful. There's a link also that I have that takes you to a review that was done for the platform, because as far as this platform and it being regulated, it's not regulated in the United States. So, there is just inherent risk that you have to accept. But as far as it paying out, it pays out. All of the withdrawals that I've made, I've received. That's probably one of the most important things that you need to have in a platform. This is trade number 24 also, by the way. Looks like I'm about to re-enter. Yep, I just re-entered again. Not sure how many entries were in this particular trade, but we'll see. So yeah, on this platform, it's not regulated here in the United States. So there is just that inherent risk. But again, the platform, when you trade on it, if you understand what you're doing in the market, you can be, or you will be, consistently profitable. And, as you're profitable and as you build your account and you make withdrawals, you receive your withdrawals. Another powerful thing about this platform is that it's paid out in Bitcoin. So you have to deposit in Bitcoin, and it also pays out in Bitcoin. And I love that, because it gives us an opportunity to build up our Bitcoin using our trading profits. And you guys know how I feel about Bitcoin. I basically just accumulate it and I buy it. And this is just another addition, and another way to be able to stack up as much Bitcoin as we possibly can. So you can deposit in Bitcoin, and you can also be paid out in Bitcoin. Haven't had any issues whatsoever with receiving a payout. The platform itself, as far as the movement of the market, you just have to study and observe to understand how the market moves. This is the purpose of the training. This is trade number 27, by the way. So the purpose of the training is to teach you what it is that I'm doing specifically, how to incorporate the money management, how to know what amounts to use when you actually place your trade. So like, as you can see, just throughout the video, I'm, taking multiple entries sometimes, not all the time, but the times that I do have to re-enter into another trade, or let me just say, I have to make another entry, because it's considered to be one trade, as I've mentioned. And I kind of explained that at the beginning of the video. If you missed that, just rewind it, go back and kind of listen to what I'm saying. But if I have to take another entry, the money management and everything is built in. So by the time I actually collect the profit on whatever entry it is, that closes out that trade cycle. And then that's how the profits, or the net profit, is calculated for that trade. So I can win on the second entry, I can win on the third entry, and it's as if I won the first one. You see, so like, these are just small things that you are learning to understand and also to accept when you use my money management and when you're trading the way that I am. Now, you don't have to do it that way. You can just take trades, and use whatever amount that you want on each trade and just try to win more than you lose. Of course, you can go about it that way. But I have a very specific way that I go about doing all of this. So I've taken the time to actually, build up all of the pieces so that it's a complete package. I know exactly what I'm doing in the market. I know exactly how I'm looking at the market. I know exactly what I need to see as far as behavior. I know exactly what the candles should look like and should be doing. My money management is set. There's no question about what the amount of the next trade entry should be. Everything is laid out. So the entire plan is already in place before you even attempt to trade. So as you train and as you study and as you develop this skill set, all of these things will be taught to you, and you'll see how this really is powerful and how this will benefit you, in the long run, because it's not about just winning every trade. It's about understanding why you're in the trade. Sometimes the market may not necessarily give you the movement that you need on that particular entry, and that's the purpose of us having the money management the way that we do. So you just have to understand, and then you can plan accordingly. So that's what I've developed, over these past few months as I've been kind of just working on this platform. And what we have now is very powerful. This is trade number 32 right here, by the way. So you can see the balance now. We're up near, I know we're actually more than the 808. Looks like I'm looking for another entry here. Yeah, this looks like second entry. And a moment ago, it looks like I was in an entry, but I think I must have broke even on it. So we're going to do a third entry, it looks like here. And before any of you ask, I know at the bottom you guys see an indicator. And that indicator was just something that I was playing around with different stuff on the platform, and I forgot to take it off. I'm not using that at all. Like, there's nothing at all that I do with indicators. Everything that I do is based on market behavior and the behavior of the actual candles. All right, so that was the last entry there. So yeah, so our balance is around 859, it looks like, at this point. So this is trade number 33 here. So again, it's just about understanding market behavior, understanding the way that the market is moving, applying an actual specific plan of action to what the market is doing at the time, and not doing anything outside of that. So these things are the same elements that we use, on the Nadex platform. It's not different as far as that goes. The differences, they're pretty obvious at this point. As I mentioned, when you click in, you create the actual strike price. So whatever level you click in at, that becomes the strike for your trade. We're using 1 minute increments. So in other words, the trade lasts for 1 minute. This is something that I don't think I mentioned yet. These trades last for a minute. These candles that you see are based on 1 minute. So you can kind of see that, we're very clear with what it is that we're looking at and what it is that we're seeing as far as that goes. Okay. This is trade number 37. And yeah, I think trade number 39 is the last one. Yeah, I think that we did 39 total trades. So this is 37. And yeah, so this, okay, so trade number 38 here. So, hopefully throughout this video you guys have an even clearer understanding. As I mentioned, if you didn't watch the introduction video, make sure that you check that out. Just become familiar with what it is that I'm doing on this platform. Familiarize yourself with what's going on and just take it from there. So balance now is at 984. And I believe that this is the last trade here, trade number 39. All right, so we're going to take a look and see what this one looks like. Looks like this one was the one entry. And there it is. See the balance over 1,000. So that's it. That's it. So that completes This trade video, I wanted to do this just to show you guys what it looks like, actually taking these trades in real time. And that's about it. So you guys just keep your eye out for more, more trade videos coming. I'll be showing videos of me in the actual income phase on these next series of videos that are coming out. All right. Yeah, stay tuned. So y'all know what it is. Mark Fuller, Team Alliance. I see y'all on the next one.